Morning all, welcome to some more Planetary Annihilation. Right, this one is going to be peppered with great mechanic ideas and just things that they've come up with in this game that I quite liked. And it's a Sunday morning, I can barely open my eyes and I'm incredibly hungover, so bear with me on this one. I played this game last night and it was actually about an hour and 20 minutes long. Don't worry, you're not getting the full game, you're getting 10 minutes. This game has got just so many good ideas. Think of it as a pizza, a beautiful pizza, and it's just topped with these fantastic little mechanics, okay? So that's part one, all these lovely little ideas. And most of that is what the technology is, how it works, the multi-layered kind of leveled idea, the idea you can fight from planet to planet, and so on. It really does draw together all of the great things that RTS people want. For example, I thought this was a ground-based thing generally only, and I was wrong because you can actually have space battles. So towards the end of this video, you see that, I'll spoil it for you now, we get pushed off this planet because I'm crap at this game and I'm still learning it, and we get pushed onto another planet. And then what begins is the fortification of planets, and then the decision of how to then combat and attack each one of the other. It's very clever, very, very, very subtle and clever. I love it. Currently, I think the demo, post in the comments if I've got this wrong, but the demo only, or rather the gamma, gives you only the ability to have two planets, a main world and then a moon. Post in the comments if I've got that wrong, because I thought that you would have multiple levels of blah, blue, blue. Do you know what I mean? I thought there'd be multiple planets, etc. But as you see, it's always one sun and one thing. Now, let me show you some of the really great ideas. What I'm doing here is I've picked up a builder bot, and I've slung it on the back of an interstellar carryall, and it's now flying to that other world. Isn't that amazing? The moon, whatever. And you can see it actually does take the proper trajectory, so you see it's actually slingshotting and then slowing down. And that's the only way to actually get from one base to the other. So we're just speeding that up. You see that's my little lander. It's beautiful, isn't it? And that thing will then drop off a builder on this planet. And then that builder is going to build a teleportation gate so that I can then send units instantly from the world, the planet, to the moon instantly. Gorgeous stuff. Really clever blocking style mechanics. So you see that's what it's built there. And then we build our teleportation gate. And then we have another world basically to retreat to or to use as a resource thing. It's very subtle, it's very clever stuff. On the main planet, things aren't going too well because, again, I'm still having to get used to the whole base building piece. I play against easy AI at the moment just because I think players would just rip me a new one within minutes, and I'm still learning the game, so back off, bro. But it is just an incredible game already. I think I'm quite surprised with how good it is. So what am I talking about perhaps with ideas for Legion? Well, I have a few, if I may propose them. There's a really good sort of set of rock, paper, scissors, stone, whatever, you know what I mean? Mechanics in this game. So yes, you could have an incredibly powerful land force. It will get decimated from orbit. Yes, you can have an incredibly powerful space fleet. It could be decimated from ion cannons on the ground. Yes, you could have an incredibly powerful air force. They could be obliterated anywhere in between. And that's the beauty of this game, is that there's no kind of powerful fit or build. There's strong tanks, there's strong units, there's strong things, but they still get the heck beaten out of them by another thing. So one of the biggest issues I always had with the game of Dust is that it's too easy just to say, right, Proto, best level. Well, I don't need anything else now. And people would never retreat back from Proto. And logically, why should they? Because if you've got the skills, if you've got the money, if you've got the capability to use it, why would you tie your hand behind your back and use basic? I do get it. I do understand the argument. And this has always been my issue with maybe the balance of some of these things. In this game, you do get better tanks with better upgrades and so on, but really, they can still be obliterated by a different tactic. So an orbital space laser is going to make short work of your prototype Uber tank. And also vice versa, your ultimate spaceship that hovers above the map and is ready to descend like an angry cock of doom is still going to get smashed to pieces by an ion cannon as it shoots it out the sky and watches it barrel roll into the atmosphere. These are all kind of nice design features, and maybe this is why this game has been going forever in its development, because they're balancing it. Maybe they're trying to turn this into the new StarCraft. And StarCraft, again, to be clear, only works as an electronic sport. Because it is so well balanced. Well, they say it's so well balanced, and I think maybe what they're trying to do here with Planetary Annihilation. So look, we've got a space battle happening above the planet. Oh, we killed each other. How lovely. Oh, God. It took me ages to build that little fleet of 3. Later on, though, you see that we actually just retreat entirely. So what we've done now is we're retreating entirely to this world because we're just losing. And it's quite clever because there's a different use of artillery. So artillery can be used as a forward offense to stop your base being built or their base being built. And you see they're doing that there, top of the screen there, that explosion there. They're taking out systematically our line of defense. It's clever stuff. And this is only the AI on easy. I dread to think what the hard mode is. I think there's so here we go. I've just selected all of our units and I'm now telling them to go through the gate. So, dudes, retreat back to Stargate 001 and get the F out of here. And that base is done. It'll slowly be destroyed, so we're not going to bother about that. So, but what we are going to do is we're going to fortify this moon and we're going to make this moon our own. Now, it's filled with metal, which is one of the resources, and we're just going to chunk energy creators everywhere. Now, as you go up the technology tree, more and more stuff is unlocked, and that's quite nice as well. But let's talk again about maybe some of the ideas that I would like to see in other games here is the ability to fortify. Fortification is my style of play. When I played any RTS, the first thing I did was build a fortress and make it so that they have to really hit you. They can't just trickle units at you, which is always happening in that last match. But I wasn't good enough to even counter that. It's just, build a fortress which will withstand a huge amount of punishment. And I love the idea that the fortress is the planet. So what I've got around here is a mighty space fleet. I've then got an air force patrolling. I've put radars all over the planet. So basically, if they try and land or if they try and come anywhere, look at that. They're going to get stomped. I've got orbital defense arrays. They're like little mini space stations that shoot anything out the air as it comes into the orbit of this planet. And as you can see, this is my world. And no, nothing's going to come here without me seeing it. Probably chances are, and again, I've got ion cannons in a ring around the planet as well. So if they try and literally just get into the airspace, the orbit, it will be they're going to have a bad time. Now, what we've also been doing on this planet is building nuclear weapons. So we're now ready to start firing nukes at that other planet. Yes, you can have interplanetary nukes. That should just be the name of the game, to be honest with you. And you can build whole silos of these. You can also have missile defense systems. You can build orbital solar panels. That's something you'll see on Earth soon. You'll start to see that as a technology coming through. But this is it's great stuff, and there's so many levels of intrigue. And I think I really would love to see this kind of multiple level of I guess rock paper scissors going on throughout every game I play, because it does feel that there's no strong fit. You can't just say, well, that tank's brilliant, I'll build 200 of them, because they'll get stomped. So you have to really really have to think about what you're doing here. So there's our first nuke, one of many. I won't show them all, I'll just show this one. We start to nuke him from afar, but it doesn't work. He's obviously got he's obviously filled his planet with the bases as well, which is not good. But let me just show you this nuclear explosion. Kaboom! Now imagine peppering the planet with that. You could just imagine the nuclear wars that are going to come because of that. It's glorious. So sadly that tactic didn't work. So it was getting late. And I thought, well, I don't want him to win, and I can't win, because no matter... I sent my entire fleet to his planet. We got wiped out in seconds, because he's literally defending his planet like I am. So there's only really a few options I have here, which is to build hundreds of spaceships and then open a window for a lander to drop a teleporter on the planet and then start to defend and come through that way. Or I can stick great big bloody engines on this moon and fire it into that, and then no one wins. If you can't have nice stuff, nor can I. So there we go. So we've actually started the engines, and here they go. We're actually firing the moon into the planet, and this is why it's called Planetary Annihilation. Nothing's going to end very well. And look at that. It actually shortens the orbit, and kablowie. Now look at all those units that I just killed, and it does destroy the planet. Literally nothing survives on the planet. The shockwave kills everything. And look at that, half of the bloody planet, well, a little bit of the planet's been smashed out, but that's it, game over, everybody died, GG. And look at it, we created our own little mini Death Star, isn't that lovely? I hope you enjoyed that. We're going to play this game quite a bit. I think it's a very, very subtle and nice game, so hopefully you'll enjoy it as well. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. Oh, I'm just laughing at the fact that we created the Death Star. I didn't realise that until I looked at the video. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.